Hi once again, everybody. This is Rich with High Percent Trading. Today's short video is going to show you how that we go about trading the new Oracle indicator and auto trader, which will trade the bands that are projected each day by using the daily projected trend. But before we do that, I need to just post the obligatory disclaimer. So bear with me 1 second while I bring this up. Here's our disclaimer. This is from our website, High Percent Trading. You can take a minute to review it and read it, or if you need more information, of course, you can go to the website and see the disclaimer as well. But I think most of you that are familiar with trading are also familiar with the disclosures and the risk disclosure associated with trading. So anyway, that's the obligatory disclaimer. Now let's go and move on to our instructional video today. Now, what I'm going to cover in this video are all 6 of the currencies, all the 6 major currencies from today's trading. And I'm going to start by showing what the projected daily trend was for the day, together with the important levels that are produced. Once I do that, I'm then also going to show the new Oracle band trader, which enables you to effortlessly trade these areas in the direction of the trend, and it will automatically filter each instrument, determining what the trend is, and by using proprietary algorithms and indicators, actually signaling the trade entries that you can either manually trade or you can auto trade with the auto trader. So let me show the, first of all, this is 6A. This is the Aussie dollar for today. Coming into the session, its projected daily trend was down. That's evidenced by this red, dark red band here at the top. So coming into the trade session for today, the projected trend was down. And this was our daily projected high area. This was our daily projected low area. And now let me go ahead and show what the actual trader filtered and signaled today in the Aussie dollar. So this particular auto trader with the signals is set to basically trade in the direction of the overall trend, looking for short trades as we were to penetrate through either the gold band or the bottom daily projected buy area band. And it also has a built-in algorithm to enable it under certain conditions to take a counter trend trade at these bands if the filters and algorithms are correct. So here today in the Aussie dollar, I showed what the trend was for the day earlier. I showed what the projected levels were for the day, and these were the actual trade setups that were taken trading with the trend, short trades through the gold band, and then the opposite counter trend trade for a long here, and then lastly a short trade again as we broke through the bottom of our projected daily buy area. So basically 3 trade setups. When you have one and then another close buy here like this, I just view this as one. So we had 1, 2, 3 trade setups, and all of those produce some pretty nice profits, some bigger than others. Now, here is the British pound from today, and the trend today on the pound was up. So today's projected daily trend on the pound was up. This was the projected buying area. This is our projected selling area. And this is partially what the pound did today. And now I'm going to show the signals and the trader as to what it did on the pound today. Again, trading with the overall trend, but as I'll explain in the next chart, it also will take advantage of extreme moves in the opposite directions at certain levels, and I'm going to talk about those. So this is our 6B chart, the British pound. This is with the actual trader on there. Now, even though our trend was up, as I indicated, these algorithms are also written to take advantage when we get to extreme levels like we have here. If certain conditions are correct, it will signal a counter trend trade. So earlier on in the session, there was a counter trend signaled here through the band, a second one signaled here, and then we broke out above the band. We talk about how to trade this, but I'm strictly just showing the signal setups today using this new band trader. We moved higher up, and we actually got into an extended area here. This is our extended area. There you've got the ability to actually show this on the chart. And in fact, let me do that. I can actually do that by clicking on here and showing the extended high. If I apply this and then I reload the chart, we're going to be able to see that. So this was our projected extended sell area. The pound came up to it, and then you can see the auto trader signaled the short trades through here. It's set to take advantage of certain conditions when they occur, and these certainly were them. The market then sold off, and we actually came down through the projected sell band again for the day, and it produced a very nice short trade here, continuing to move further. And let me scroll the chart a little bit further so we can see what we have here. As we came down further, this is an indication right here of a trade that was taken that resulted in a small scalp and not any type of a big runner. And I believe this was the fourth trade then in the sequence. This trade didn't work out. The good thing about this is their stops are relatively small, 6 to 8 ticks. Actually, the bands that we're looking at here are set at 4 ticks. And then this was the trade again with the trend as we came down to the projected buy area and got a nice bounce all the way back up to the gold band. Now I'm going to go ahead and show the other 4 currencies from today as well, but part of the reason I'm showing this is we're so excited about the way this is working, and we have finally the ability to trade these bands, that we're going to make a full 7-day trial available on this, including the signals that this is producing. We have not offered this before on any type of a trial. So if you're interested in that, I've listed the website link here to request a free trial. Also, if you want more information, that's the contact number, contact information, and I'll go ahead and show this. But if you do request a trial, I just want to point out that we do require you to put a valid phone number in there, and that way we keep basically unwanted robots and other things from coming in. So, but I'll continue to show this as we move through our currencies today. All right, this third chart, this is the 6E. This is the euro currency, and as you can see from this chart, just the blank chart, the Oracle was telling us that today's day, the projected daily trend was down, because this is the dark red area up here. This is the projected daily sell area. This is the projected daily buy area, okay? And these were known in advance, actually with 6 hours before the European session opened. So gave you a good heads up as to what the daily predicted trend was and where the important levels were for the day. Now let's take a look to see what the actual euro currency did using the auto trader with the signals trading with the trend. Now this is the euro, like I said, the 6E with the signals for today. Trend was down. Early on, it took a basically one of these momentum trades. The algorithms were right for it, even though we didn't get to the band. That's one of the options that you have. in order to trade this and produce a nice trade. And then we did get finally to the projected sell band, and it went ahead and signaled and fired a short. We then moved down to our middle band area, and we had actually a couple of trades here in a row that if the trader was still trading did not result in a favorable outcome. It had an entry here and then a stop out, and then an entry long here, and possibly 4 or 5 ticks on a scalp, but no more. And then it went ahead and would have reversed to the short trade here. This particular trade here is the counter trend trade that I indicated, that under certain conditions, if the algorithms are correct, it will signal that. Of course, you don't have to trade counter trend. You can just stay in the direction of the overall trend. So you could have ignored this, but as you're going to see as I slide this chart a little bit further, the counter trend trade at the bottom band was very nice and produced a very nice profit. All right, so I'm sliding the chart a little bit further, and you can see as the day progressed, this short trade that was taken here did very, very well. It came down all the way to our projected buy area for the day. If the trader was so inclined to try to press it, it would have triggered a short entry here. That really didn't amount to anything. These bands are only 4 ticks, so the stop is not a very large stop. And then this was the counter trend trade that it signaled right here. And this is the one that went on to produce a very nice profit, almost getting back up to the gold band. So again, that's trading overall with the trend, except for the deep counter trend trades that trade at the bands. Let's take a look at our next currency. Now, this is the Canadian dollar from today. The projected daily trend today in the Canadian dollar was down. One thing I wanted to point out, the background on this chart is gray, and what this indicator will also do is give you a heads up and give you a warning that we can expect either a compressed day or an expanded day. The day before was an expanded day. This trading day that I'm showing from today was a compressed day, and you can see we never broke out either above its projected sell area or below its projected buy area. It did come almost right up to the tick to the projected sell area. Now let's take a look at the trader as to what the trader did today on the Canadian dollar. Okay, here's our Canadian dollar from today with the signals and the trade arrows on the chart. This should look familiar. The Canadian moved up fairly smartly. The first trade setup that was being signaled here was actually a deep counter trend retrace trade that would have gotten stopped out for about a 5 to 6 tick loss. But then the good news is it picked up as we came right up to the projected sell area with the trend being down, signaled the trade, and this trade was a home run. We moved down to the gold band and eventually lower. As we moved into the gold band, it signaled a couple of other trades short, a second follow-up short here, and then a third one here as we wound down for the day. So again, I think you can see the utility and power of waiting on the proper trades and trading with the trend. What I find to be the biggest impediments to traders' success is that they're not patient enough to wait on the discipline that it takes to be a successful trader, and that is following the rules coming into your trading session. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, we're only trading with the overall trend, and so far I have shown that by waiting on the trade setups, waiting on the trades that get to the bands with the trend. This was our projected high. This is our gold band, and then our projected low down here, which is right here. You need to be patient, and you need to wait on the trade setups. A lot of times traders will try to force trades. They get outside their rules and discipline, and usually are not successful when they do that. But I think you can see that if you just follow the rules, follow the discipline, if you're going to take the deep counter trend trades, then take them all the time. If you're going to take the trades with the trend as we break through the bands, then take them all the time, and you'll be successful pretty much every trading session that you trade. There may be the odd day, 1 or 2 days out of the month, where things aren't hitting on all cylinders, but the good thing about this is you can follow this. You can see that it doesn't take a lot of trades trading this way through the session, and you can follow 5 or 6 different instruments and just cherry pick those trades, because these trade setups and these levels don't all occur at the same time in the instruments. And as a matter of fact, some of them, the trends are completely different. I think so far all the trends for the day today were down, with the exception of the one that we've covered so far. Now here's one of my favorite currencies to trade. This is the Japanese yen, the 6J, and again, this is trading from today. As we can see here, our trend today was up, projected to be up. This was our buy area, this was our gold band, and this is our projected sell area. And coming out of the gate early on, again trading the bands, it executed a long. You tried to press the issue up here and try to get more on a squeeze. Didn't work. Eventually got stopped out and reversed. And again, this is that deep counter trend trade that it can signal if you wish it to signal it at the band. This turned out to be a pretty nice trade. We almost came down to the gold band. And this is something I want to show here. It has to do with, again, discipline and rules. It attempted to take a long trade here. It was probably looking pretty good. You get pretty excited here. You know, maybe we can move up here and get to our extended high. But the market had no follow through when it got stopped out. It attempted to take one more trade here a little bit later, a few hours later. Again, this is actually before our 5 a.m., our 6 a.m. Pacific time. Same thing. Attempted to get going and couldn't get out of its tracks and got stopped out again. These are only 4-tick bands, so you're looking at about 6 ticks loss and 6 ticks loss. It's about $30 a contract. So sometimes traders get discouraged because they'll take a trade, get stopped out, take another trade, get stopped out. They're wondering what's going on here. Are the wheels falling off? Is something wrong today? They have all kinds of doubts in their mind. You have to just stay with your program. I mean, $30 on one contract isn't going to hurt you. If you got 2 contracts, it's 60. But you can see, trading the methodology, you know, a very nice trade here, a stop out here, a very nice trade to the downside, 2 that you struggled with here, and then eventually we came up and got the nice long trade here. It almost got us to our extended sell area for the day. Now let's continue on with our analysis. The yen was very active today. Let's finish out the session here. So if we scroll further, you can see that it attempted a long trade here again. Really did not amount to anything. Maybe a scalp of a few ticks, but again, you would hit your stop. But one more time, back to the well here. A nice long trade ending up on the high of the session. Also, keep in mind, this is the actual activity for right now as we speak. It's around 6:12 p.m. So that we're actually into the next day's session here. And you can see that the yen continued its nice move all the way up through the projected sell area band again today, because its trend is also up, and it's signaled a nice trade right in here. And we had one more follow-up trade. Now, again, I'm actually showing the current session right now, but the yen has been very active, and since the 3 hours that it opened, again, it's had a pretty good move. But again, I think you can see the power of trading with the trend. The session for Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Friday morning, coming into Friday morning, that's tomorrow. Our trend is up, and we've already gone through our projected sell area. Last but not least, this is the Swiss franc from today. Today's trend on the Swiss was down. We came up and had a very nice trade entry up here off the band. This was our projected high for the day. Our projected low was down here, a little bit lower, but we did not get down to that today. And it's no surprise, because our background today was gray, and it was telling us today that we can expect, doesn't always happen, but we can expect a compressed type day, and that's what we got actually. We never broke out either above the projected high or above the projected low, but still produced a nice trade in here for a nice profit all the way back to the gold band. And then there was one more short entry trade that produced a small profit, not a big one. And as we speak, just like I showed in the yen, our trend again going into Friday is down. We have not signaled any trades yet because the filters and algorithms are not correct, but if we do travel down through here again and things line up, it will be signaling a short. So I hope this was helpful. Again, if you we're going to make this free trial available to everybody with the ability to show these arrows and show the trade setups. It will work on 50 different futures instruments. I just showed a small category here. Again, if you're interested, please sign up. You can request your trial here at hypercenttrading.com/trial. If you want more information, here's more information. And please make sure that you do put your phone number in here, because that's how we're screening the trial applications. This is the form off our website that you can go to request and just fill in the information. And it looks like Saturday we'll be able to get this out to everybody, and you'll have it for 7 days. You'll also be invited to come into our rooms again to see how this is operating in real time. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. And again, the one thing to keep in mind, I think, coming away from this is you need to be disciplined, you need to be patient, you need to wait on your trade setups. Don't try to make the market fit your expectations. You have to take the market as you find it. Stick to your rules, stick to your discipline, and only take those trades that you have predetermined you're going to take for that trading session. That, in my opinion, combined with stop management, are the two biggest factors in trading that separates the very profitable, successful traders from those who are struggling. So again, thanks for watching, and hope to see and talk to you soon. Thanks again, and have a great day. Bye now.